now we're gonna continue on. All right, so again, I got my cable coming up. The driver's side is just gonna loop around, follow this wall here, and come back and go this direction. All right, and you're pretty much just gonna drop it right in the fender right here. All right, it's not going anywhere, it's not rubbing against anything, so it's safe to just drop it down there. With this cable here, like this, it's too big, so I'm not able to fish it here and come up on this end. It's just not enough room. So you're gonna have to take this connector off. It's very easy to do, but you're gonna need some tools. You're gonna need a flathead screwdriver, and you need one of these panel removers. All right, and these are excellent connectors. I really never knew about these connectors until I got these Baja lights and I started researching. Very nice connectors, not the prettiest looking thing, but it makes sense why they use it. All right, let me get the tool and I'm gonna show you how I took this off. All right, and I'm also gonna put down in the description of the videos that I watched to teach me how to do this. All right, that was very informative. But I'm gonna show you how I did it, and you'll get a bit of understanding on how this connector works. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, guys. All right, you need a panel remover. All right, something like this with this type of profile. All right, and like a small flathead screwdriver. Now, all you're gonna have to do is this orange part right here. All we do is gonna get the little screwdriver just to try to ease it up. All right, you don't wanna be violent with it because you don't wanna break it. All right, like that. Now once I got it started, let me put these to the side. I find using this part here will allow me to get underneath it even better and to bring it up. All right, so just like that, and see how that's coming up, and it comes out that easy. All right, and the reason why you need this profile is if you see this, it's called a wedge. It has that wedge looking part here. This allows it to get underneath it to come up with it. All right, okay, and these are your connectors. Put this to the side because you're gonna reuse it, and take off the little rubber piece I suggest. And again, put it to the side because you're gonna reuse it. Now once that's done, inside, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you on camera, but I'll share the video that this showed me. There's little levers in here, all right? You'll see once you look inside of it, all right? I'll try to get a better shot of it. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your little flathead screwdriver. I happen to have this one, is a little smaller but a longer. And you're gonna go in and you're gonna push it toward the middle. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just go inside and you're gonna push it toward the middle. And what that's doing is unlocking these pins so you can pull this out from the wire. All right, again, this is my first time doing it. It's not that difficult at all. You just gotta take your time. And once it's unlocked, what you're gonna do at the same time, you're gonna use this thumb and push toward that way to take the connector off. All right, it's gonna take a little time to get it done, but it will come out. Just take your time. You're gonna go back and forth and pull. You just want to disengage the little clips. There's a little, there you go, okay? And that's it, all right? And there's like a little ledge here, or little lip that these little clips, when you look inside, there's a little lever there. Once you move that, that's what you're trying to disengage. And you just slip it off, and that's it. And put that to the side. One thing I should have told you also, make sure you take a picture of your connectors on how it's set up, all right? As you can see, I should have showed you from the beginning. When these are inside like that, all right, like it goes in like that, you have red and white, and on the other side, you have black and yellow. So once this is done, this is taken off, just move this to the side, and what you're gonna do, you're just gonna slip this off, all right? What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm not gonna bore you watching this. I'm just gonna take this garment off, and then I'm gonna get my little fishing tool, and I'm gonna come down behind here so I can pretty much grab my fishing tool so I can fish this over here. So that's all I'm gonna do. So let me just get that done, and we'll pick up the video, all right? So stay with me. Okay guys, as you can see, I got my little fishing wire coming from the opposite end. through that little corner, get everything taped up. So, and what I'm gonna do also, and you don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I have just a tab of little oil right here on the tape. And the reason why I'm doing that, cause it just helps me when I pull it through, gives a little lubrication, not a lot, just a dab, all right? So when I pull it through, it's able to slip right through, because it is tight fitting in that location. So, cause it's rubbing against rubber. There's a rubber piece that you go in there. So put a little oil there to help lubricate it, so it should slide through a little better. All right, so now, all I'm gonna do now is just pull it through. I think, yeah, there you go. All right, there you go, guys. All right, that little oil helped me tremendously. Excellent. All right, it's through. So, and what you're gonna do, also, you having trim pieces, your rubber piece could have came out a little bit, so you're just gonna use the trim piece just to put it back down underneath this wire. All right, it's through. Guys, let me show you how it looks, okay? And coming through, and there it is. All right, so when you fish it through, this rubber piece may come up a bit. That's why it's so important to have a little trim piece. Hold on, let me show you. Again, if the rubber stop is all bunched up, just get a little trim piece and just pretty much work it back into place behind the wire for a nice finished look. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna see if I can reset up the camera, show you how to reconnect the connector on the wire. So stand by, let me just change the camera location so I can give you a better look at it. So stand by. Okay, guys. Now we're gonna put the connector back. Refer to your picture that you took of your connector. All right, it should be all the same. Now I'm gonna show you a screenshot of how it should be. You have your red, white, black, yellow. All right, and they're just simply gonna slip in right into these holes the way they came out. All right, so I found it much easier trying to get them, start at the bottom, do the black and yellow first. You're just gonna simply just push it in. All right, just to get it started. All right, and I'm just gonna slide it in. And you should hear like a little click, very faint click. Again, you wanna get it pushed all the way in. All right, and the yellow one's in. All right, so those two are in already. And that's simple. I don't know if you can see that. They come all the way to the edge here. And you can look inside and you can see that little cut right here. I can't describe, I don't know what to call it, but there's a little lip right there. You should see that engaged on that little level in there, that little locking mechanism. All right, so I hope you can see that. I'll try to take a screenshot of it. All right, hold on, let me see if I can move one of these cameras. Again, just want to try to give you guys as much visual detail as possible. Right inside there, all right, you can see that little lip and those little levels, all right, those little 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see the lip right in the corner. I'll try to put like a little arrow. Once you have it in your hand, you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so I got the bottom down, all right, black and yellow, just like that. And now the white goes right above the yellow. So again, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take the red and also take it down and push it in, all right? All right, gonna take a little finagling to get it snapped in. So, all right, so let me get that locked in and we'll pick it up after I get it locked in. All right, so stand by. Okay, all right, as you can see, I got it, all the pins are lined up. All you have to do now is just put your little rubber piece back on. This little grommet to keep the water out, okay? And then you're just gonna take this little wedge and slip it right between those clips and push it back in. And that's it. And it's put back together. So now I'm gonna hook this up. I had a little electrical tape to avoid water getting in there. And now just come up with your heat shrink. All right, and cover it up, and that's it. Again, guys, what I'm gonna do, I put an extra heat shrink here, so later on, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna heat shrink this much tighter, get a tighter fit, and then I'm gonna come back with some plastic dip, and I'm just gonna spray around this to coat this black so it blends in. All right, and that's it. let's recap on what I did so far. All right, for your beginners. And again, guys, this is for the DIY beginners who looking to tackle this themselves. So if I repeat myself, please be patient because I want everyone to understand this procedure. All right. So stand by and let me set up the camera and walk you through what we have done so far. All right, guys, let's do a recap. Attach your relay. After you attach it, fish that wire, as you see my red light, behind this location here. All right, you're gonna come around and come out this way on this end. All right, come up with your wire right there. All right. And that's where you're gonna start fishing your wire to different locations. Two of the wires, which is your power wire, which is the red and black, along with the left side connector, will be fished along this end up here. All right, just follow along. So two coming this end, you're gonna tie down, all right? Get some tie downs, put it up here to get it out of the way. You're gonna come over here and you're gonna drop your power wire right here. Just leave that for last. That's the last thing we're gonna hook up. Continue with that connector, come around here, attach it to one of these cables here. I gotta tie down there, and then you're gonna fish it going by your fender here, underneath here. Bring it back toward this direction here, so you could come out over here, all right, on this location here, and fish it in. So it's a much cleaner installation. All right, so once that's done, the other wire is now that goes to the light on this end. You're just gonna take it, fish it back around this direction. You see I got a tie down over there. Come this direction, go behind your relay and that other ground wire, and bring it up right here. And again, fish it between your frame and your fenders and go and drop it right there, back there. And again, and the same thing, you're gonna come back on the other end, on this end right here. Come out and plug it in. All right, and that's it, guys. All right, so now we have only two wires left. All right, we have our wires for the backlit wires, that's here, and your switch wire. That's gonna be fished into the cabin. We're gonna be going down there. You're gonna see a bunch of wires going right underneath your steering wheel area. So that's where we're gonna be fishing it right here. All right, so stand by and we'll continue on with that. Again, any questions, any comments, guys, hit me off below and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. So let's continue on and bring the wires inside.